Hello, and welcome again to Cooking with the Professor. I'm Professor M, and tonight I'm going to be making pork tenderloin. I have mashed potatoes as a side that are already finished and just staying warm. I've got some cheese to put on the mashed potatoes. Pork tenderloin is going to go with some spices, some butter, and some orange wine sauce that I'm just going to make in the pan. I will get this started, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about the recipe and the kind of meat. As I said, that's a pork tenderloin. I'm going to braise it in butter. I'm going to spice it. This is a Bavarian spice blend. It has garlic, brown mustard, bay leaf, sage, thyme in it. I'm also going to add a sauce made from wine and orange juice. This is fresh from the tree behind my house, picked no more than 3-4 hours ago. Juice of one orange, that's probably more than I'm going to use. I'll probably use half of that. And I will use some ruby port as the wine. I will, as I said, braise this, so I'll be turning it every now and then. I picked pork tenderloin tonight for a couple of reasons. One being that I haven't had it for a while, it's really good. It's a very economical piece of meat to get, at least around here in Central Florida. It's as tender and I think makes as good a meal as, say, a filet mignon, a really good steak. But whereas the steak that I get runs $10, $15 a pound, this was, I think, $8 for a little bit over a pound. So quite a bit less expensive. The way I'll do that, again, it's braising now. Once it's been browned over, the spices go in, and I will add orange juice and port and let that cook down in the pan. I'll cover it until it's fully cooked all the way through. I'll slice it, put it on the plate with mashed potatoes. When it's just about time to serve, I will put some cheese in here and let it melt. I also have grapes because I'm starving and I need something while I'm cooking. And other than that, this is a very quick meal to make. It doesn't require watching constantly.
Oh no, don't say that!
I'll turn it a few times and let it simmer about 10-15 minutes. I'll go a little bit by feel for how I know when it's finished. You can use a meat thermometer as well. It's supposed to go to 160 degrees for pork on the inside. I will keep the lid off to let the pan get just a little bit hotter. Okay, I think that has been nicely browned all the way around. Adds a little nice color to it. I am going to put in wine, orange juice, and turn the temperature down. I'll also add the spices. Then I'm going to cover it and leave it alone for a while. That should sit for 10 to 15 minutes. I will check it every now and then, and I will see you soon. I apologize, I messed up. A couple things happened. When I walked away from the stove, I got distracted, and I came back a couple minutes later than I should have. The sauce had pretty much boiled down, got a little overcooked. Wasn't completely burnt, but when you're making a sauce that has a lot of sugar in it, like this, they had both the port wine and the orange juice, it can burn faster than if you're using a sauce, say a chicken stock or something like that, that does not have a lot of sugar in it. I compounded my mistake by using my meat thermometer. Instead of trusting my eyes, I looked at the pan. I thought it was done. I checked with the meat thermometer, which on the back said pork is supposed to be 160 Fahrenheit, but that's for well done. I tried to recover a little bit, added a little bit more wine, took it out later. It was a little bit overcooked. Still tasted good, and I'll show you the rest of what happened. I sliced it and served it with the potatoes. It still tasted fine, but I don't want to give you wrong information. I don't want to show you the wrong way to do things. So rule number one, don't get distracted when you're cooking. Don't walk away when you have something on the stove that isn't going to take very long. I think the sauce is almost completely boiled down. And yes, you can see that. I'm going to add just a little bit more wine to it to get a little bit more sauce.
All we have. That's all we have. Well, I'm cooking 2 more. There's 1 more chicken. There's 2 more.
I'm also going to check it with a meat thermometer. I'll go into the largest part of it right here, try to aim for the center of it. It's not quite ready, not quite hot enough in the middle yet. So I added a little bit more wine to keep it from boiling all the way down, so I'll still have some sauce at the end. I'm covering it, and I will let it go for another few minutes. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes. That should be ready. I'm going to cut it, serve it, add the mashed potatoes. Should make a delicious meal. The pan got just a little bit hot, a little bit overdone right in the middle when the sauce almost dried up. So it's a little darker on the bottom than I liked, but it should still taste good, still be very tender. I'm still going to enjoy it. There isn't an awful lot of sauce left in the pan, but I will put just a little bit over it. The sauce is a nice dark red brownish color, should add an excellent flavor to the pork. Got cheesy mashed potatoes, makes an excellent meal, economical but very tasty. This has been another episode of Cooking with the Professor. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.